Hey guys, it's Kelvlogs. This is going to be another rant video. Yeah, I know, I've been slacking on these lately, but Pokemon Black came out just recently. So, I now have more material. I was going for like a big smile, but then I said, no, that'll look stupid. I don't know why I explained that. Anyway, yeah, Pokemon Black came out recently. And, fun game overall. You know, it's expected considering it's a Pokemon game. I've been generally pleased with the Pokemon games in the main series. You know, some side games were fun, but anyway, I'm getting off topic. My primary concerns with Black and White, respectively, short, the fact that you seem to miss like almost every other attack, and for a second I thought it was just me. I thought it was just the attacks I was doing. Like if I had an attack with 10 PP, which generally insinuates that that attack is going to have low accuracy. It would typically say, yeah, you know, I'd probably miss with that, but no, it happens with just most any attack. And I started talking to people that I knew, and I was like, well, you know, you guys, do you notice, as opposed to the other games, or like in comparison rather, do you notice that you are missing a much higher rate? And they said, yeah, I've noticed that a lot. And someone else pointed something out to me, which is the crit hacks. Is what you don't know what those are. Critical hit hacks is, but yeah, yeah, I've noticed that, and like you'll either get a one-hit KO or a two-hit KO by just the shittiest attack, and like to begin with, it wouldn't really seem that big of a deal. But, like I had a Samurott against a Simipour. My Samurott being like 5 or 6 levels above the Simipour, mind you, it used Scald. It got a critical, and it killed me in one hit. I'm not making that up at all. Seriously. Now I understand that Scald has an 80 power. Decent. And the Simipour was not buffed in any way. So I like to think of that as bullshit. Would be the scientific term. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why those mechanics were overlooked. Or even if they weren't overlooked, I don't know why they were allowed in. You know, it boggles my mind. But another thing, and Game Freak, they seem to have dropped the ball with this on every title so far, or at least from what I can see. When you get to the in-game content, specifically for later games, because you could rebattle the Elite Four, and they'd be a higher level, you know? Okay, basically, I found that when you get to the in-game content, as I said, you are at a rather subpar level when wanting to go and fight higher level trainers. Like, Red is a great example, because I think his Pokemon are like 70 to 80, I think. And in Gold and Silver, there wasn't that much to do. So you had to go fight Red, you know? You had to like fight the Elite Four over and over and over and over, and eventually that just got boring. And I think there just needs to be a shit ton of more content, trainer-wise, for you to enjoy, so you can, you know, so you can ramp up your Pokemon levels. I noticed that in Black, like when you screen just went black, but when you beat the Elite Four and go and fight you fight Ghetsis, you know, you can gain, you know, a decent amount of experience from them, but it's only 2 battles after the Elite Four. And even the Elite Four, you can still gain, you know, moderate amount of experience. But after you do that, if you want to go back and fight the Elite Four, you can no longer fight them at a smaller level. You have to fight them at like level 70. And the thing I noticed about it is, when the new areas are unlocked after you beat the Elite Four, their trainer levels range from like 60 to 65, and I was like one level below 50, which is typically the suggested level for fighting the Elite Four. And I didn't get it. Like, I spent so much time just grinding levels. Just, like, seriously, I played the game for like 6 or 7 hours just continuously because I really, really wanted to enjoy the in-game content. But, you know, I don't think that's how you should do it. Like, I still fought the trainers that while I was underleveled, I beat them. Half the time I had to save and then fight and then say, okay, is he gonna kill me in one hit when I start with this guy? Because, you know, I would equip a Pokemon with the Lucky Egg, which, if you don't know, I am the only guy who could ever choke on his own saliva. Anyway, what was I talking about? Pokemon fighting I don't know. I may have to cut to something here because I have no what something about it. Oh yeah, the Lucky Egg. If you don't know what that is, basically what it is an hold item that increases your experience. It doubles it. Doubles the experience that you receive. So I even used that, but it still took a while. Many people suggested using the Aldino side method, which Aldino is a new Pokemon that gives the most experience out of any other Pokemon in the game, but it can only be seen in shaking grass, which doesn't occur that often. So you have to run around in grass often enough to make it show up. The best way to do this is to buy max repels and just keep spamming those after you run out just one another. I found that to be very slow, very time consuming, and just very, I don't know, it took a lot of money for me to buy the repels for one, and you'd only gain like maybe 2 or 3 levels out of it at best, and it was just annoying. I don't see why people think that's the best way to level up when it clearly isn't. The best way to level up is just to maybe wait like a day and then go to the stadiums where people show up differently each day. Well, I'm not sure if it's differently each day. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm still not level 70. Like, I'm like level 63 to 64, I think, which is freaking ridiculous. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to gripe and complain about. Oh, this is, like, okay, if you are a fan of Photoshop and you know how to make a clipping mask, understand that EA have hired professionals to do this, okay? EA have hired professionals to do this Photoshop work. Understand that. These people are getting paid an astronomical amount to do this, alright? This is the artwork on the front of NCAA Football 10. Now, if you're a fan of Photoshop, you can dissect every technique in here, which is simple enough, considering it's one technique. One. All they did was use clipping masks. Seriously, you don't believe me? Look. Splatter brushes. Clipping mask all over him. That's all they did. And the thing is, they butchered it. Oh my, I mean, seriously, I can see some key points where it would have worked. But, like, look at, like, right there. And right there, it's just a little blemish right there. They should have erased that. And let's see. Right there, it didn't even show up well. They could have blended that in by smudging it. See, it's just lazy. I have never taken a Photoshop class in my life. But I don't claim to be the best Photoshopper. I am really good. I'll give myself credit for the years that I have been doing this. But that is just a travesty. I'm sorry. I don't know how much time I got left on this video. I may split it into 2, although that would be kind of crappy because that's just a short thing. But anyway, this has been Kelvlogs with another rant video. Have a nice day and keep on